Hey guys, my name is Dan, also known as 3D, and welcome to the roundup for EA's E3 press conference. So I stayed up for this one. Matthew and Gregor had to go and do stuff, but I stayed up to watch this, the Ubisoft one, and the Sony one. So those videos will be up pretty soon. But yeah, so we're just gonna go through very quickly everything that they showed off. So first of all, they showed off a brand new Mass Effect game named Mass Effect Andromeda. It did actually look pretty good, but I have not played a Mass Effect game before, so I have no idea what to expect for it. But I'm sure it'll be fun. Need for Speed is back with a new game. It has been described as definitive. The game world is going to be about 2 times the size of Need for Speed Rivals, which is a pretty big achievement. It'll be using the Frostbite engine from EA. And there will be a lot of customization on your cars, like you can tune them and stuff, which I saw a lot of people happy about on Twitter and Reddit. And also, one of the best parts for me was in the actual trailer and in the actual game, they will have Aero Card, and that is pretty awesome because he's sort of he's not really an independent artist. He's a musician on a small independent record label, so that's fun. EA being like, yes, people. Then they played the Star Wars music and got everyone hyped because everyone wanted Battlefront. And then they're like, nope, Star Wars: The Old Republic with new expansions, and those expansions are called. No, I know it's only one expansion. It's called Knights of the Fallen Empire. It'll be adding a bit more story to the game, and the release date for that is October 27, 2015, and it will be free for all subscribers to the Old Republic. So then Martin Salin came out, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, from a company called Coldwood Games to show off a game called Unravel. And their idea with it is to do more than just entertain. That's their words, not mine. And it's sort of like a character made of wool, and they said it's meant to represent love and the bonds that we make with people. So yeah, that's happening. It looks alright actually. I will consider it, and he was shaking and he looked like he was about to cry on stage. So that's fun. And then one of the best parts of the show was a zombie from Plants vs. Zombies came out, did a little dance while We're Going to the Danger Zone playing in the background. So that was incredibly strange. And then they actually showed off some Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, and it actually looks pretty good. It's a game where I don't know how to describe it. The zombies are the good guys now. You control the zombies instead of the plants, and the plants are like bad. They're also adding a 4-player co-op mode called Graveyard Ops, and they will also be adding a single player called Solo Play, which you can either use against AI or you can also use local split screen. And everyone who played Garden Warfare 1 can transfer every single one of their characters to Garden Warfare 2 free at launch. I'm reading GW2 and I want to say Guild Wars 2, but it's not Guild Wars 2. So that game will be released in spring of 2016, and it will have free DLC, kind of like how The Witcher 3 has free DLC. And then they went on to sports, because EA is basically just sports, and they just showed off a new hockey game which looks the same as that one, and they're adding a new kind of hockey league or something. I think with these games what they should do is they should give you the base game and then be like, hey, pay a little bit more per year and we'll just do it as DLC. They should just do that. So they showed off that, and then they showed off a golf game with Rory McIlroy, who's like that really good golf dude. And it's called Rory McIlroy PGA Tour, and it's running on Frostbite, which really confused me because Frostbite's used in like Battlefield and stuff, and they're starting to use it in games about golf. So I'm confused, but there's no loading time between holes, and there's real world and fantasy courses. So if you want that, get that. So something about Ultimate Team, they're adding training in games so that you can get trained on how to do good. There's more about Ultimate Team in a little bit, but I can't remember that right now. They showed off NBA Live 2016, which has an app which will put your face onto a player in the game. So that's fun if you want to be playing with the big guys in basketball I can't remember the name. LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Those are the big two that still do it, I think. Those are like the two names that everyone knows. And that's coming out on September 29th, and the app's coming out before then. And you can also buy new clothes in the game, which they, and I'm quoting here, they said, you can up your swag, which I cringed at. There's a new movement engine called Live Motion and a new shot system, and there will be a new game mode in the game this summer. Then they went on to mobile, which they said that in the last year, 400,000 years of gameplay had been played on EA games on the iPhone, and 715 million downloads, which is pretty big. So then they showed off a new game coming out on mobile soon called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I didn't get to write much of that down because I think the stream went down. And then they showed off Minions Paradise, where there's a new minion called Phil and he's exclusive to the game. And then the trailer actually looked pretty good, and then they showed the gameplay. It's basically Simpsons tapped out on an island with minions instead of Simpsons, and the minions are all angry at you. So if you sound excited about that, then go get that. Then they showed off some FIFA. They had Pele on the stage, and I'm quoting here, he said, "Football is in my heart and it has power like no other sport." So then they literally only got Pele on stage to tell stories for 10 minutes. And then they had actual news where they're innovating it in some way. They want you to compete at a higher level. Apparently it's the most balanced FIFA yet. There's new defense mechanics. There's new mechanics like everywhere. And there's better camera movement for doing goals, scoring goals, whatever. There's women's teams, they're adding that. So now you're going to have your teammates going off for 9 months on maternity leave. And there'll be more news coming out in the summer. And all FIFA 15 Ultimate Team players get free stuff. And it looks like a Messi and Pele player card. I don't know what they are. They're the little things that everyone does pack openings for. And then the tagline for the game is "Play Beautiful." And then they showed off Mirror's Edge. Now this looks fun. The stream went down while it was happening, so I had to move to the YouTube stream, which was alright. So it's in first person, and there's no guns. Well, you don't have a gun. And it actually looks really good. Like, from the trailer, it looks really good. I don't know if that's, like, full-on pre-rendered, or if it's just, like, in-engine stuff or actual in-game footage. But it looks good. You're in a place called the City of Glass, and it's all built on frostbite. And the whole story is that corporations lead the world, and the powerful guy, like the big tyrant guy, is called Gabriel Kruger. And there will be races in the game, there will be puzzles, and there's no levels. Everything is open world and free roam, and there will be no loading screens as well. And that is being released on February 23rd, 2016. And the game is called Mirror's Edge Catalyst. And then they showed off Madden NFL. You can draft your own team now. There are better throws for quarterbacks. You can play the receiver now when you're throwing stuff. And then the stream went down again. I know nothing about sports, so don't be like, "Hey, you suck." I don't watch many sports. So then a guy called Peter Moore came up, and I don't know if I missed something here or if he was the guy who announced this. And then the Star Wars music played again. And they showed off a bit of Star Wars Battlefront. It's running the Frostbite engine, and they're also saying that Frostbite will be coming to mobile games, and they have plans for Frostbite to work on virtual reality headsets. And it contains new physically based rendering, updated weather systems, and a system called photogrammetry. I don't know what that does, but I wrote it down. And then they showed us a trailer, and there was some woman who was scared of Darth Vader. And then I'm going to read out my specific reaction. I'm going to read out exactly what I have in the Google Doc. "Okay, these textures look sexy. Holy fuck, this looks good. Dat lighting. Fuck. EA, you did something right. If you make Space Battles DLC, I will fuck you up. Space Battles must be free. Battles between 40 players. 8 to 40 player multiplayer. This looks fun. There is a single player with split screen or AI support, so you can play single player. Gameplay, holy fuck, here we go. Mode, it's in the mode called Walker Assault. Hype, captured on PS4. So they're using PS4. Oh, what? Oh man, these shadows. This looks nice. So it's made by Dice, and it looks really good. Like the shadows really look nice. Oh my god, this looks amazing. I need this now. Why? Please be on PC. Thank you, EA. I need this in my Steam library or Origin, whatever. Thank you. This looks amazing. Imagine how this will look on PC. Because, I mean, you want things to look like graphically insane. It looks great on the PS4, but I can't wait to see how it'll run on PC and stuff. And then you've got rocket launchers. Explosions are really detailed. You can play. They showed some gameplay from the Imperial Walkers. That looked pretty badass. And then they had they had some TIE fighters there as well. You can switch between first and third person. That's something pretty big. Darth Vader can come into the game in like a multiplayer game. And then you can play as like Luke Skywalker and try and wreck him. And then, so we have the release date. The release date for that is October. Nope, it's not October. It is November 17th. And you can have a look at some stuff about that on livetoplay.ea.com. And that was it for EA's conference. Yeah, they had a lot of stuff to show, but like most of it was sports, so it wasn't the most interesting thing in the world for me. But if you're interested in sports, enjoy the sports. So thank you very much for watching. We will be uploading the Ubisoft and Sony and Nintendo and Square Enix ones pretty soon. So stay tuned to this channel for that. I'm sure we'll get them uploaded pretty quickly. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been Dan, and I'll see you in the next one.